Okay, Capricorn, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. This is an energy reading. So that means it's for Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, wherever Capricorn energy influences your natal chart, or wherever Capricorn energy influences your life. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, pull up a chair because this reading is for you. You're going to want this information. Take notes, okay? Give you a little insight into what's going on. Now, there's always an extended, which fleshes out and personalizes and gets specifics from this reading. And that is a full tarot card spread and includes your romance reading. So that link is below. Please do join me over on the extended for that. And then, oh, surprise, surprise, the cards are already acting up. There's always a new Capricorn video every single week. So click subscribe and ring that bell and you'll get notified as soon as your favorite content is uploaded over here on Born Without Boundaries. Let's get to this, Capricorn. Oh, okay. Ooh, nope. See, you feel like you're in it. You feel like you're in what I call, technical term, kerfuffle. A sense of things slowing down or maybe being stuck. Lack of communications or communications not coming in. Maybe even a sense of things going in reverse and starting to unravel. Okay. I don't know what's going on because things were looking up for you guys, but there is this sense of, okay, I can tell you this. Well, this is just me being supportive, right? This is me saying, when this kind of stuff happens, it's almost a blessing because what that does is give you more time to focus on the details of the things that maybe, now I know you're very detail oriented, but it gives you time to focus on those details that maybe you missed. And I feel like this is why I'm saying this, because this energy is not coming off as a bad thing. This energy is coming off as almost like going backwards to figure out, like, imagine this is stitches. These are stitches and like, pieces of thread coming together and you're crocheting, right? There's this sense of there were like pulls or drags, loops missed in the past. So it's unraveling to that point so things can come back and be like put back together the correct way. So this for me, for you, crowning your energy, Capricorn, is a really exceptional energy because it's giving you, it's almost like do-over time. That's what I feel. Take your time, take it slow. Like don't rush things and don't trip yourself up with expectations. This time, don't control where things are going or try to predict where things are going. Just be right now, be in the present moment, because the present moment is it's actually gonna help you see and understand all of those things that you were confused about, those things that you, like things have been happening to you that you couldn't understand. Like why did it go this way? I thought it was going the opposite direction. I don't understand what happened. Well, this is your chance to figure out what happened. Like this is it. You're gonna find out really what happened and you're going to be able to, because you're in that present moment, you're going to be able to be there and tie it back up the correct way. This is like your chance to really be able to make things right. I'm not saying that you've done anything to harm anybody. What I'm saying is all of those things, those missteps, and perhaps you didn't even know that you took them because your intentions were the best. This is a rewind to be able to go back and be like, oh, I should have gone right instead of left, or I should have stepped with my left foot instead of my right, or I should have just stayed. And now is like, this is almost a blessing, and this is a blessing because this is a sense of now you're going to get to do that. You're going to be able to learn things, know things, figure things out, and even touch upon things that didn't make sense. This is a sense, you could feel the drag, you could feel the pullback, you could feel things slowing down or not getting responses the way that you want, but these are all opportunities to focus on the things that are happening now, because the things that are happening now are the ones that you're going to get that chance to sort of do that do-over. Interesting. Divine timing. 1 + 7 = 8, so this is destiny. A sense of spirit coming in and directing you and guiding you, connecting to spirit, all that spirituality stuff. What that manifests in your life as is divine timing. So what's happening now is what's supposed to be happening now. Be at home. Dude, we're in quarantine. We're all stuck at home. But Capricorn, this is a sense of like something that hits home, something that's close to your home space. So this has got to do with Cancerian domain, 4th house domain. So that's family. It's family and personal relationships, even long-term relationships in terms of love and romance. But it may not be so much romance as family. There's almost news coming through or something coming through. It could be bad news that's coming out regarding your family. I'm not saying like death or anything. I'm just saying Crow is the energy or the totem of importance, like spiritual exposés of being told something is about to happen. Okay, regarding your home space, regarding your family. So this is a really good energy, because what it is it's slowing you down to be able to take care of those things that are going to be coming out, or those complications that are going to be coming out. As much as it may have irritated you that things were seemingly going backwards and unraveling, if everything was rushing ahead, you wouldn't have the time to be able to focus on what is happening at your home with this home and heart space. Yeah, something is like hidden information is about to be revealed. It's about to come out. This is about knowing something is about to happen. This is the moon card. So intuitively you understand, you have a connection to feeling like something is up. And in reality, you know the truth already. So there is a sense of listening to your instincts and intuitions. Just, they're right. You know that something is up and something is, it's almost like a shadow looming over your house. Time for deep dive. This is partnership, Libra energy. So at the center of this energy is your connection to other people and how important those connections are to you. It's like you can feel something coming that you don't want to come. Now, once again, this doesn't mean that something technically bad is happening, but in terms of your world and your space, you can feel it looming. Something that you would consider bad is going to happen. Not like a car accident or anything, like nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's something that sort of destabilizes you and destabilizes partnerships in your life that you have grown to depend on and rely on. Yeah, sometimes life stings. So this could be illness, this could be sickness, this could be the worry surrounding those things, but it's also the reason why this comes into our lives, this scorpionic energy, is to teach us and to probe us and to push us forward. Because let's put it this way, things wouldn't be getting unhealthy in a circumstance if they were meant to continue. So this is a sense of, you got to get out of here, you got to get going. This is to spur you on and push you and make you want to move forward. That's what it is. It's got nothing to do, like I said, it's not got nothing to do with, death tomorrow, because that's not what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen is change. because that's what Scorpio is, transformation. So there's a sense of all of this is happening because you're supposed to change. It wants to push you forward. So this crowning energy could have been your mindset being stuck, but the universe doesn't want you to be stuck. It wants to push you forward. It wants you to get going and to do something new and something different, even if it's uncomfortable for you. And that's why it's making your life uncomfortable, because your life, if it had stayed comfortable, it would have stayed where it was. And remember, there were pulls and snags and snares. You'd taken a few wrong steps. And I don't mean morally wrong. I just mean universally wrong in terms of your life's destiny or your life's purpose. You know, this is something that you're supposed to now be pushed into fulfilling. And you get this kind of energy when it has to like cattle prod you into doing what is actually right, because our perception of what is right is very limited. It's so rarely the truth that what we think is right is so often. Are we really, like, when we decide what's right, are we really listening to spirit, or are we listening to some sort of superimposed morality or peer pressure or societal pressure? Like, what is it really? What is really supposed to be important? Because as Capricorns, an Achilles heel for you guys is to always constantly be responding to 3D demands, to, you know, what society wants, keeping up with the Joneses, having those tangible resources as status symbols. All of those things it's not just about you being shallow. Those things make you feel like you're successful. Those things make you feel like you're a good person, like you're achieving what you're supposed to achieve. But that's not true. You have the same inner voice inside of you. You have the same soul purpose inside of you. And that's why it can be such a downfall. It can be such a Achilles heel, because you think you're doing everything right. And are you? And that's what Pluto hanging out with Saturn ends up doing to people. There is always enough. This is Piscean energy. So a healing kind of emotional support. Maybe even if you're dealing with a Pisces or a Scorpio, a sense of something's coming to the surface, something's coming out. The pain or whatever was hurting or causing suffering in the circumstance or situation is coming to the surface. It's starting to be hashed out. This is really good, because the sickness being pushed out means the healing is happening underneath, and that's what you want to see. This is a message of support, kind of like a cheerleader card for you right now, saying all those things that you think you're going to be losing, Capricorn, you're not going to be losing. There is enough. There is enough of everything that you need. And basically, forget about what you want. There is enough of everything that you need. And what you need has been being neglected because of what you want. So that's what we're going back and repairing right now. This is also psychic energy, psychic connection, so past lives. Be fearless and bold. Yeah, it's taking its toll on you, because this is sort of being diminished, feeling almost like backed down, a sense of not being certain of yourself, right? And that makes sense because you're not in a comfortable position. So you're supposed to be challenged by this energy of, because remember, you square Aries energy, and this is Aries energy. So it's challenging you by making you, diminishing your sense of self, or diminishing that sense of, diminishing those things in your life that make you feel good about yourself, to help you understand that you have value beyond those things. And that's the lesson, is to try to find value when you feel so devalued by the world, by the planet, by what's going on in your environment. Now let's look at these beautiful cards. Sweet results await, and 4-4. That is some solid, grounded energy. So through hard work and working, and you love to work hard. So hard work is going to restore your sense of self, pedantic work. But remember, bees also work with other people. So there is a sense of that central energy being partnership of gathering. And in that gathering, it's almost like in that gathering, it's almost like, I would say, a blessing, almost a humbling of you being able to realize you don't have to do it all alone, and finding partnership and companionship in other people to help you build. So you've got that work, you've got those tangible projects, but you also need other people's help to do them. It's Spirit's way of like pushing out, like literally paving that path for you to help you feel, like to help you recognize the next step, you know, because it's supposed to be challenging, but it's not supposed to be impossible to understand, right? So there's a sense of, look, you have to trust other people. You can get the project done, but only if you ask this person for help, only if you allow this person to take the lead, only if you know, are dependent sometimes, you know. Like that's the trick, that's the caveat, that's the uncomfortable position, but at the same time, it's going to heal you, and it's going to give you what you need, which is connection with others, to be able to build things not by yourself. It's not about building things by yourself. You're going to start to see value when you work with others. Value in yourself is going to come out through this work you're doing with others. Tend to the small things. So yes, things have been building, and yes, they need to be addressed. This is like the mice in the walls. They've got to be fumigated. But also, this is a card, at least in this position, that says take things one step at a time. You can't rush this. You're not supposed to rush this. You want to know why? Because the working together isn't about the project as much as it is about the other people you're working with, and learning how to work with them, and learning how to work with people, and learning about the people that you're working with. So take those small, tiny steps so that those are the details that you can pay attention to. Hard at work and awakening. This is beautiful energy, Capricorn. A sense of, it's almost like somebody is pulling your strings from on high. You know, this could be energy, grandmother energy, mother energy, wanting to make somebody in your family proud of you, or being driven because you are a parent, you are a mother, and wanting to basically create the fabric and weave the web that enables your future, your children, the people you care about in your life, to like build something that lasts, right? So this is your driving force and your driving energy. Be careful of this. This is also Scorpionic energy, because this can get to be extremely manipulative, you know, and get you back into that mindset that you don't want to be in, which is, I'm all by myself and I gotta control everything. And that's not true. You don't want to become the spider or the predator for those people who are entering your life. You want to learn how to work with them, not against them. Set healthy boundaries. This is Cancerian energy. Once again, fourth house energy of being protective, being defensive. It could also be being protective or defensive because you feel like you're caught up in a web. You know, you feel like you're at other people's mercy. That's what this is. And in some ways, you absolutely are at somebody else's mercy right now. It's not threatening your life, though spider can be very aggressive energy, right? But there is a sense of, yes, like feeling like you're having your strings pulled and getting really, really defensive about it because it's hitting you very close to home. I don't think that any of this is bad or wrong choices. I think this is all part of the process to help you understand, and I think to teach you how it feels to be manipulated, to have the strings pulled, to not be in charge, you know, to not be the boss. Trust the great mystery. This is also the energy of 11. You have 1111 in your reading. You're awakening to a whole new perspective on life. Like, oh, this is how the other side lives. This is how people get treated. That kind of energy. Yep. Pisces energy, again, watch and wait. This is about being patient. Patient with a circumstance that you just want to dive right into. So there's something that you want done now, or something that you, answers that you want. There's something and it's actually very positive, like happy feeling energy. So there's a sense of something that you want to just dive into right now. It's taking longer. It's slow. It's slow. These connections are being made, but they're happening very slowly. And that's irritating you. It's getting on your last nerve. And that's one of the biggest challenges, is combating that impulse to rush things. That's the biggest test. Be here now, more Libra energy, which was your central energy. 3 + 7, be in the present moment. Like, this is air energy that would say, right here, right now, where does your focus have to be? I also got this sense of, it could be a Libra that's coming back into your life for some reason. And the truth is, they will be a temptation. They will be a temptation away from, it's almost like you'll be so tempted to just act impulsively. They'll make you feel, they'll spur you on, they'll push you. And it's almost like a temptation to distract you from this slower moving circumstance that is going to pay off more long term, but it's not giving you the instantaneous gratification that you want now. So red flag on the play here, watch out for that. And then this is your energy, Capricornian energy. Spirit has your back. This is building a new norm, defining the new rules. This is also a sense of, like I said, nothing really bad is happening to you. It just feels that way because somebody else is in charge. And then magic works through you, also 7. You are definitely involved in working on a project or completely recreating and reconstructing your life, because this is Cancerian energy, but it's transcendental energy too. So if you are walking in a mist right now, you're walking in uncharted territory for you. So it is going to be a little bit wobbly and wanky. This is 9. Something has to come out. Something has to come into reality. In other words, something has to be real or realized. Get real. That's what this is. This energy of, don't try to be something that you're not in order to cover up a stink. There is definitely a stink around the play here. Dream the world into being. 8, 9, 10, 11. More 11 card. More awakening. Give me a second, Capricorn. See, it's not necessarily your past revisiting you or haunting you, but it is. Let me get to that. It's a sense of your idea about what the past was supposed to look like haunting you. Because it's still what you're comparing everything to. Like, have you found yourself saying things like, my life was supposed to look like that? Or, how'd I get here? When other people are there. There's that sense of, it's your expectations of your past, where you thought you should be now, that's haunting you. Okay? And that's really stinking up your ability to actually transcend and become what you're meant to be. Because once again, that's your head and the blocks in your head, those decisions you've made about what your true reality is without including spirit in them. So that's what all this discomfort is about, to shake you out of that mindset, to get you out of that mentality. But there could be, and I would not be surprised if there's somebody coming back into your life to tempt you back into that delusion. Like the guy that you thought you were supposed to be with, or the woman you thought you were supposed to end up with, or an old employer coming out of the blue, and they were never good for you. It never worked out, but you thought it was supposed to. So you're going to be tempted to go back there and be like, oh, no, this is mine. It was always supposed to be mine. It was never supposed to be yours. And it would be you setting yourself up for a lot of pain, especially this week, when the focus is on tying up those loose ends, making them close out, realizing why that circumstance wasn't right for you, and being able to finally put it away without having that part of your heart tethered to it that keeps you thinking about it every once in a while. That's what this now is for. To correct those loops, so that they never existed. Like that's what this time is for. Hold on. So Capricorn, expect to be tempted by what you thought should have happened. Expect to be tempted by that old delusion creeping back in, and some tangible manifestation of it, whether it be a person or a job or a place, coming back in your life to sort of tempt you and allure you back into that pitfall, right? You want to be able to see the pitfall. You want to be able to know it's gonna come out anyway, right? It's gonna come back in your life. You're gonna see the pitfall. You're supposed to see the pitfall. That's the point of this week. Is you're supposed to be able to see the pitfall so you know where to fill stuff in. But there's going to be this like lure that makes it feel like, no, come down here with me again. So be very wary of that, because your idea is to your real goal right now is to just fill in those pitfalls, not get sucked back into them. And it's going to be your own mindset of, but this was supposed to work out. This was supposed to happen. This was an ideal situation or circumstance. Why isn't this working out? Meanwhile, a longer haul, a longer term circumstance is trying to work itself out. And it has to do with partnership. It's trying to work itself out. But your impatience may lead to distraction or setbacks. I don't think it's going to be destruction. I think it's just it could make it like draw this out even longer. You know, so if you want to really go with this flow the best and make the most of it, trust in that receding energy, trust in that pullback, even though it makes you uncomfortable. Focus on those things that have to be filled in and realizing why they were never supposed to be part of your life. And that's when life will start to pick up. Now, I'm going to go over into the extended. I hope you continue this reading with me. We'll pull on more specific energies, and I'll include your full romance reading as well. I'll see you over there, guys.